without my tripod, without my microphone. Every day is an adventure here at the BEXLIFE. Say that 75 times. I'm still in my pajamas, so if you're on my nutrition team and you were in our meeting last night, you saw me wearing this after my shower, let my hair dry, went to bed in this, woke up like this. So you're seeing me again. It's all good. So the pickies are great. Thank you for asking. For those of you who do not know me and you have no idea who I am and why I'm acting crazy on the internet, my name is Rebekah Borucki. I have a website called BEXLIFE.com. I am not a life coach. I teach people how to have a blissed in life through mantra meditation and through eating right, drinking right, and moving their body in a way that serves them and that feels good, and also build some muscle, because muscle's always good. And today I am telling you guys how to be right 100% of the time. Ding! What am I drinking? I'm drinking a greens powder, not a fresh green juice, because I hate juicing. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, some people do. Everyday Detox Mike Perrine, he juices every single day because he is a wizard. And I am not, so I just put the powder in my drink. But anyway, how to be right 100% of the time. I gave a talk to parents at a PTO meeting last week, and I was teaching them how to meditate with their children and why it's so important, and mostly why it's so important for them to do it, for them to be mindful, and for them to connect with their intuition every single day, because they are their children's greatest example. My favorite parenting quote of all time is, "My father did not teach me how to live. He lived and let me watch him do it." And I'm going to let you sit with that for 5 seconds. It's such an awesome quote. My father did not teach me how to live. He lived and let me watch him do it. And that is the foundation of Look How Dope My Life Is, that little hashtag that I have, and my 21-day mantra series, which is at lookhowdope.com. And also my book that's coming out next year, You Have 4 Minutes to Change Your Life. It's basically, look, I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm just here to show you how I did it myself and hopefully inspire you to be able to, take my lead and find something that works for you. And that is in direct alignment with today's topic, how to be right 100% of the time. How many of you, and I know every single person is going to put their paws up for this, put your paws up in the air. I'm glad you're excited for the book. Me too. Put your paws up in the air if you have ever heard the expression, hindsight is 20/20, and you've actually experienced that. You've been through a situation, probably made mistakes, whatever. I know, everybody looked back and said, I should have known. I saw it coming. I knew it was the bad choice. I knew it was the wrong thing to do. I knew I should have done this. So is it the hindsight being 20/20, or was your insight in the moment actually 20/20 and you ignored it? Your intuition, your gut feeling, that thing, that voice that is telling you right from wrong, in every single moment, it is always speaking to you, is 100% right 100% of the time. It is your choice to listen to it or not. And this is why I meditate every single day. This is why meditation, getting quiet, so don't freak out if you've never meditated and you think I'm talking about something weird. This is why, and by the way, if you like this, share this with your friends. Just hit that little share button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, that little guy with the hearts coming out of his head. Share it with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, and here on Periscope. Thank you, Lise. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for sharing. Anyway, back to the story. Your intuition is 100% right 100% of the time. With meditation, you train your intuition to be courageous. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. I have used this metaphor a lot of times in my teachings. I've used it here on Periscope. Your intuition is like a little child raising her hand in class, or his hand, whoever your little child is. A teacher asks a question, a child gives an answer, right or wrong, but let's go with the wrong scenario. So teacher says, "What color is the sky?" And the child said, "The sky is orange." Instead of the teacher saying, "You're wrong," what if the teacher said, that's an interesting answer. Tell me more. How did you come up with that? Tell me about this orange sky. When the child is told that they're wrong, they may be humiliated or lesser, just discouraged. They'll definitely be less likely to raise their hand with a big imaginative answer next time. The teacher has broken that child's courage and their ability to share freely. Now, a really tough child will go on and answer and answer and answer again, but how many of us are that tough? So if the teacher says, wow, that's interesting, tell me more, the next time the child has an answer, right or wrong, they're going to raise their hand a little bit higher. And then again, higher. And then again, faster. And that's your intuition. That's what it's like in meditation. When you go to your intuition, instead of judging it, instead of this feeling coming up and you going, being afraid of it or doubting it or criticizing it or judging it, what if you said, that's interesting, tell me more? That strengthens your intuition. That makes your intuition, that inner voice, courageous and excited to speak up every single time you ask it a question. So in every single circumstance, that intuition is 100% right. So all you have to do is really call on it, but without judgment. And then you'll get your answer. It's so easy. And you train it to be right. Now, sometimes that little voice, we hear it, and the things that come out are not the right answer, but that's not because the inner voice is wrong. It's because it's going through a filter of a lot of junk. And it's getting polluted and diluted. And you misunderstand it. So things that can pollute it. Worrying about other people's opinions, worrying about criticism, giving in to self-doubt, to self-criticism, to all the kind of stuff that isn't real. So again, hindsight isn't 20/20. You knew it all along. The red flags were there. The little voice was there. It was always right. It was always good. It's just you didn't see it because you were in the midst of a lot of muck. You were in the midst of letting other things get in the way. What's different when you're looking at it in the future? That stuff isn't there anymore. The definition of things that are real are things that stay forever, things that are undying. Your soul, your spirit, truth. Those are things that are real. Criticism, opinions, things that change over time, even our bodies, these things are not real. Those things disappear. So anything that disappears, ignore. Anything that disappears, don't put too much faith in. Don't rely on. Rely on that inner voice. Rely on the inner wisdom. Rely on your soul, your spirit, your internal power. Those things are real. In the future, they'll still be there. They just shine brighter because all that unreal stuff has disappeared. You know what inspired this today? You want to hear? I love you guys so much. What inspired this today? A good friend is doubting a decision that she made, something that she loved because she heard other people's opinions about it. And now she's like, I don't think it's a good idea. And I'm like, I can't say anything because I would just be more noise adding to the mix. But I really wish that she would call on her intuition, on her initial gut instinct. And here's the thing about right decisions. They make you feel joy. So when you think of something and it makes you feel joy and then someone else gives you their opinion and that makes you want to change it and it feels less joyful, wrong answer. The things that feel less joyful, wrong. Your intuition is 100% right 100% of the time and will always lead you towards joy. Always. Even if it's like, break up with that asshole who you think you really like and you're going to feel miserable afterwards. Eventually, that is leading you towards joy. Take a sip. I love that I show up in my pajamas and you guys do not judge me. It allows me to continue to show up on the internet in my pajamas and get braver about it every single day. That's why I'm on your team, intuition, and I'm trusting it. I love you, Jen. I'm glad you're on my team, too. We have so much fun on Team Success with Bex. If you don't know what I'm talking about, It's about a nutrition line. And you can go to successwithbex.com and learn all about it. Listen to your intuition, but also train your intuition to speak to you. So your intuition is always speaking to you, but you want to train yourself and your intuition to have a better relationship and have better communication. I do it through meditation. I think that that's a really good way. Just getting quiet and asking yourself questions, allowing them to come up, and then not judging them. The answers will get clearer, they'll get louder, they'll come faster. So now, after 22 years of a regular meditation practice, I'm able to tap into my intuition instantaneously and make right decisions. And I gotta tell you, I haven't made a wrong decision in years. I've done dumb things. I've said terrible things. I've started fights just because I wanted to be an asshole that day. I've done all of those things, but I haven't made a wrong big decision in years because I can call on my intuition. And I know it's almost, when I do stupid stuff, it's almost intentional. Like I'll enter into a fight with my husband and it's almost like I'm doing it on purpose. It isn't almost, I am doing it on purpose. And I know every minute that I'm saying something wrong or I'm doing something wrong, but it just feels so good in the moment. Even though I know it's not lending itself to joy, I'll do that anyway. I mean, we all do. We all pick fights that we know that we can win, even though we know we're also wrong. I do it all the time. Any book recommendations on intuition? Okay, here's the thing. I have a lot of books that I really love, and I've never really read one specifically on tapping into intuition. I think the thing about intuition is that it's you, and you can read books that inspire you and like have these little nuggets of information from different people's lives. Like I love Wayne Dyer, of course, Baba Ram Dass, my ultimate mentor who gave us Be Here Now that I read when I was 15 years old and changed my whole life. Like I take little bits and pieces. Gabby Bernstein, like all the people. I read all the books, or I listen to all the books. I love audiobooks and I love them all. The Bible, different religious texts, the Bhagavad Gita. So you really don't need any of those things. What you really need to do is to tap into intuition is after this scope, turn it off, put down your phone and go sit quiet and be quiet and ask yourself some questions about stuff that you're struggling with right now. Just ask yourself some questions and use your name while you're doing it. Say, hey, okay, I'm speaking to myself. Hey, Rebekah, you're struggling with blah, blah, blah right now. What's the right path? How may I serve myself in a way that's loving and solve this problem at the same time? I love you, Rebekah, and I really want you to succeed. So what can I do to serve myself in the best way possible, serve the people I love, and get the right answer and solve this problem? So easy. And then whatever comes up, don't judge it, even if it sounds ridiculous. If nothing comes up, don't judge that. It's all about being curious. It's all about saying, that's interesting. I wonder why that's happening. So you will do that? Good. All right. I love you guys. I have to get back to so much work. I love to work. It's my favorite thing to do. Do I say that to my teens so they can learn? Yeah, say it to your teens. Listen, teenagers hate getting advice from their parents, but they need it. Okay, I have 3 teenagers, so I have 2 teenagers and a soon-to-be 13-year-old. So I know all about this. They hate getting advice. My oldest, my 18-year-old, just admitted to me today, like confessed that she's been meditating every morning and it's helping her. So that, I know that killed her inside to admit that. But when kids are struggling with a problem, instead of offering them advice, instruct them to ask themselves what the best thing to do is. And even say, like, look, I have lots of advice to give you, but I'm going to let you solve this on your own. What do you think is the best solution for the greatest good in this circumstance? Challenge them to have a long view. I know this sucks right now, but a year from now, what would you have wished you had done or told yourself in this moment? Give them the opportunity to problem solve on their own. That teaches them to trust their intuition. And then honor their response. Don't judge it, because that allows them to be brave with their intuition and then also in sharing with you. It's all about teaching people how to live on their own. That's what being a parent is all about. It's about teaching them how to live in this world. Children are born with all of the wisdom in the universe. They know what to do. They know how to take care of their spirit and their soul. All you have to do is teach them how to tie their shoes, drive a car, eat right every day, and just do the earthly things. Sometimes they get polluted by their peers, by media or whatever, by us. So allow them to bravely and courageously connect with their intuition and don't judge it. Their answers are not going to be the same as your answers, but I guarantee they will be 100% right 100% of the time. Thank you for saying I'm such a great mom. Tell my kids that. How do you change yourself full of self-doubt since childhood? It's about saying the thing to yourself that probably isn't going to sound true, that you are a brave and beautiful person, created with divine intention and full of all of the wisdom of the universe since day one. And any doubt that you have is based on things that aren't true. That's it. All the doubts that you have about yourself are based on things that aren't true. And that won't feel true when you say it to yourself, but it actually is. And you just keep saying it, and you keep saying it, and keep saying it, because all of those things that you doubt about yourself, all of those things that you say about yourself that are untrue, you've been hypnotizing yourself with that. You've been hypnotizing yourself with these messages. Now you have to unhypnotize yourself and then hypnotize yourself to believe something else, believe the truth. So you're just going to take all the things that you were saying before and believing before that weren't true, and you're going to replace them with things that don't feel true but actually are. And then eventually saying them again and again and again is going to train your subconscious to actually believe them, which is good because it's actually true. I only speak the truth. You're with LV. I don't know what LV means. Las Vegas? Yes, eventually they will become your truth, your new truth. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Shannon Updike. Oh, I called out your last name online. I love when I recognize my people. My next book, Parenting Guidance. No, I will never write right now, I swear, there's not a Bible here, but I swear to you guys, I will never write a book on parenting, because I'm an expert in one thing, and that is me. I'm also kind of an expert on 5 little people, Winona, Calvin, Jack, Summer, and Annabelle, but those 5 people are like the only 5 people. Everyone else's kids, I have no idea. The only thing that I can tell you is that your kids are wise and they know how to take care of themselves, and you need to trust them and teach them to trust themselves. And that is the only parenting advice. And then that quote, my father did not teach me how to live. He lived and let me watch him do it. My parenting book would be 1 page long. That's it. That's all that you can do. Do your best. Live your best life. Let your children do it. Let your children see you do it. And then teach them that they have the same wisdom, and that they have the same capabilities, and that their intuition is 100% right 100% of the time, and they just need to tap into it. That's it. It's 1 page parenting book. All your other parenting books, unless it's like how to change a diaper, what to do when a fever happens. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to give you any of that advice. Rip them up and throw them in the garbage. And there you have my parenting advice. All right, pause up if you're going to be here tomorrow at 11:11. I broadcast live every Monday through Friday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes I have beautiful special guests that come in. They're my 11:11 tribe, and they scope for me, and they're always really, really good. I've had John Halcyon, Danielle Diamond, Quentin Venny, Heather Waxman. Amazing people have come on for me. Thanks for all the pause up. You guys are amazing. Like I say all the time, you guys showing up for me at 11:11 compels me, like I can't help it, to show up for you guys. You're like the best part of my day. Not like, I mean, I'm from New Jersey, so I say like, but you are actually, in reality, the best part of my day. Literally. Yeah, John Halcyon's great. You'll be back on Wednesday? Cool. All right, I'll see you guys. Stay blissed in. I'm rocking my old school blissed in tee today. I'm glad you made it too. I'm glad you made it too. I love you, Christine. See you guys.